Now, what I'm proposing, or not proposing, what I just want to share with the audience is something that our organization has been doing for 10 years. We have an organization called the Dessert Club. Maybe some of you have heard about it. We've been doing this for 10 years. And what we do is that we have a 2.5-year program for kids 7 to 14. They come into our program. We don't get involved in reading, writing, mathematics, or anything. All we concentrate on is teaching our children their history and who they are. And then at the end of that process, once they successfully matriculate through our program, we take them to Africa for free. We've taken close to 3,000 since 1997. We're not funded by any white people. We don't ask white people for money. We don't spend a lot of time trying to figure out how we're going to get the money. We put the program together, and as a result of this, 97% of all the children that come through our program and graduate end up in college. Out of those that attend college, over half of them attend college on 4-year full-paid scholarships. In 10 years, we've only had 2 cases of female students becoming pregnant before they graduate from high school. And in 10 years, we've only had 2 male students accused of misdemeanor crimes. So my suggestion, or not suggestion, but my
efficacy.
No, my request is this. Right now, we're in 10 cities. What we're trying to do, our 10-year plan calls for us to expand from 10 cities to 50 cities. We don't need bricks and mortar. We're kind of like a virtual school, so we don't have to have a school where the kids come every week or whatever. Our kids only come once every 2 months. So what I would put on the floor is that the African-centered schools are fantastic. But in addition to that, like in Philly, we got 200,000 students. So in addition to the African-centered schools, I think that there should be an institution, a dessert club institution in each city. Now, the fastest growing segment of the students in our organization are students that go to predominantly white schools. That's where most of our students are coming from now. Because when the parents put the students in the school with these predominantly white schools, either they live in the suburbs and they go to the local schools, or the parents put them in these magnet schools or white schools because they feel they're going to get a quote, unquote, better education. But then they find out that after putting them in the white schools, what they end up with is little European wannabes. So they're conscious enough to know that, look, I need to get my kids some true history. So how am I going to do this? They're already in the school, and that's where we come in, because they can plug them into our organization for 2.5 years, and when they come out through our process, they're a whole different child. Now, that's just the program, and the graduation reward is the free, all-expense-paid trip to Egypt. Now, you had the opportunity to travel with us to Egypt and Ghana this past year. You didn't go with the students, but there's some people in here that have traveled with us and see the change that it makes in the students. Now, as you said, that before we start talking about all these other things, we need to put the horse before the cart. And Dr. Edward Robinson asked me to deliver this message to the group, that concentrate on putting the horse before the cart. The horse is teaching our children who they are. The cart is politics, economics, and those other things. There's no issue where you see the cart before the horse or the cart beside the horse. The horse is always in front of the cart. So our theory is that the root cause of all of our problems center around black people being programmed to hate everything African about themselves. That's the root cause. That's the root. All the other stuff is the fruit. So to concentrate on that, we have to reprogram ourselves, beginning with our children. So that's my proposal. It don't take a whole lot of money. It don't take a whole lot of people. It's a very, very simple process. And whatever the procedure is, if anybody want to get with me, I'm here, and I have some information about it with me.
You have to find your way back to ancient Egypt, not Kemet, but ancient Egypt. Don't try to put a new name on ancient Egypt, because the world of all people, of all humanity, know our ancestors as the ancient Egyptians, not Kemet. There's no history for Kemet. There's no geography for Kemet. Okay? And I can go on and on and on. But those three things, find out who you are. Take an inventory on yourself quietly. Who are you as a human being? What was given to you after you came out of your mother's womb? Okay? How are you connected as a human being to the universe? And you will find, once you take that inventory, you'll find that you were not given a religion. No religion is on your birth certificate. And then you have to take your children and teach them that, who they are, and keep them out of churches, and identify the church as being our enemy in our midst, in our community. That's the enemy. And you find your way back to ancient Egypt. Now, if you don't do these three things, you'll be meeting all for the rest of your lives, because you're going to be regurgitating the same thing over and over and over again. The problem is in our community. Thank you.